You think I'm just gonna let people lie on my name because they're mad about something I said allegedly on? It's not my fault what people called you. Why are you blaming me for other people's mouth? And then you lied on me because you were that mad? I can't even forget or forgive any of that. I want to know why you did this to me.
How's it going, everybody? Tophiachu is completely crashing out. What started off as a normal live stream ended up going completely off the rails as soon as someone brought up money. And I know, normally when someone brings up money, it starts with Tophiachu being like, okay, I'm not going to get a job. I'm never planning to get a job. But for some reason, she's been real bent on her fans here recently. She's just like, listen, all you guys are broke. I get $700 a month. Who else gets $700 a month? Not you guys. I know you don't because you can't even pay for my subscriptions. Who doesn't want to give me money? Everyone else in the world does. You're all brokies, each and every one of you. She's sounding like a little Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate-chu is in the building and it's going full swing until she accidentally lets one of her trolls in and Tophiachu just goes off the rails even further. She starts screaming that she's going to sue this person, and as soon as she gets a house, she's getting a lawyer along with it, and it's like, Tophiachu, that person is very safe right now if that's your plan, because you're never going to get the house. You're not even planning on getting a job. This episode is basically like rolling crash outs. It starts off with a simple crash out and then it just gets worse as it goes on. So stay tuned for the end. Hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to like the video and subscribe, and let's get into it.
Why would, if technically, if, you know, certain people don't decide to go see a movie, and it's like, yeah, let's go see Shrek, then I could watch it for free. Why would I gotta pay? All I need is a big flat screen TV, a place, some popcorn, and watch it for free. I have a YouTube channel. I'm still getting paid for my old videos, so there's that. The white stuff around my mouth is what they use to decorate gingerbread men with. Why are we asking that question?
This does not even deserve a captain's log introduction, because this is dead serious.
Anyways, those movies were pirated. My dad used to buy from the neighbor because he used to burn onto CDs, and yeah. And then my brother had bought some CDs burned onto them, so I have a bunch of Disney movies and other movies. Whatever movie I want, I told him, hey, give me this, and now I could watch. How does it feel living in a car? I don't know. How does it feel to be empty inside with no heart? That's how it feels, okay? Imagine they ripped your soul out. Like, people act like I just am happy to live in a car. I'm so happy to be living in a car. Like, no, come on. It's dusty again. 'Cause I say so. How does it feel to be no house? Well, actually it feels great because I have the opportunity to think of options for a house when we do buy one, which a house, my options are buying a house with a pool, maybe. You know, because I want to swim a lot, so something that people are gonna say you're never gonna have. Well, that may be true. I'm gonna let you think that. There was some weird creepy guy this morning. I got out of the car, right, and you know, I'm doing some stuff in the trunk, collecting the trash or whatever, because you know, the little candy wrappers from when I ate the candy. And this dude, it just keeps saying, hey, hey, hey to me, like, and it's not like, hey, like back to back. He was just like, hey. I was like, hey. And then he said, hey again. And I was like, hey, okay. He was in his truck. Then he pulls up right behind us because I don't know what this guy's problem was. Pulled up right behind us. And I said, oh, I better get in. Then he's there for a while. Pulls up right next to the car. Because I looked, I was like, what the heck? Then he says, hey to me again. I was like, I'm not acknowledging you. I didn't say hey. Says hey again. And then drove away. What? This can't be real life. Sorry, gummy bears. Oh, it very much did happen. And I told my mom, I said, that guy keeps saying hey to me. Like, it's fine if you say hey once. I'm not gonna think anything suspicious, but if you keep saying hey, then back to, like, hey, back to back, like, okay, something's fishy. No.
I like how Tophiachu starts off this video by being like, if I did have friends and I wanted to watch Shrek, and mind you guys, I watch Shrek religiously. I do not look like Fiona and Shrek did a fusion dance. It's fabricated. It doesn't exist. But if we was going to watch that movie, I wouldn't pay for it. We just go to the imaginary house, sit down, kick back, eat my imaginary popcorn, and watch it. And it's like, yeah, that's what most people would do right now. But it's just so funny that Tophiachu has all of these imaginary situations where she's in someone's house eating all of the time. They're so much different than Papachu's delusions, which are all business related, trying to get money. That's been his thing his entire life. I mean, you can kind of see it. His mom tried to push that onto him, and he tried to push that onto Tophia. And now look at Tophiachu. Her delusion is just sitting back, being lazy, and eating popcorn all day, watching imaginary TV. Tophiachu was one of the first people to show me that not everyone in the world is ambitious. You know, I wake up every day and I kind of have a goal in place that I'm trying to shoot for, or at least a main goal overall that I'm trying to reach every day, and I assume most people are like that. But Tophiachu makes it so much easier. The fact you can wake up every day and just try a little bit, and you're already succeeding more than most. It's a real blessing. Thank you, Tophiachu. That's one of the few things Tophiachu will ever get from me. But back to Papachu and his business. It's so funny when Tophiachu goes back to his past and tells us his stories, because it all lines up. It makes so much sense that Papachu was just a scammer beforehand. Before the delusions completely took over, it was just Papachu trying to scam elderly people. Or he's burning CDs, probably selling them to middle schoolers and high schoolers for an insane amount of money. Back in the day, do you guys remember this? Like when people would just be running around selling random stuff. I mean, I'm pretty sure they still do just where I'm at. It just doesn't happen anymore for some reason. But there used to be a guy who would all the time come around selling meat, just of various arrangements of meat. I don't even know where he got them from, but it wasn't legal. I know that for sure. And he would just be selling CDs that he burned, or just pirated movies in general. The guy was a shady businessman, and I guarantee you if Papachu knew him, they would get along just fine. And it's just too bad none of those businesses ended up working out, because Tophiachu could have had the dream house she always wanted with the pool. It's funny that she was on that, and for some reason, Tophiachu seems a little, she seems a little sane today, a little more than normal. So she was just like, you know what, I'm just not even going to bother. I am never going to have a house with a pool. And then she moves on to something far more interesting, talking about the dude who pulls up on her. And it's like, if you're Tophia, that probably is a strange interaction. She knows people are going to come up and mess with her. So anyone just coming up randomly just saying, hey, how you doing, Tophiachu? It's gonna strike her as weird. And if you're striking Tophiachu as weird, something might be wrong. So Tophiachu jumps in her car and is not gonna deal with this situation. But what I find funny, the big tough Tophiachu just last video when she was yelling at Brother Chu's ex-girlfriend was like, listen, you know, I'm not gonna do anything. I don't have to do anything, mind you. I'm going to get my people to handle this for me, because I got people, you know, I don't have to do these things myself. And it's like, Tophiachu, where are your people? If just random dudes are pulling up on you going, hey, creeping you out, wouldn't that be the perfect person to tell your people to come handle real quick? That seems like the perfect opportunity, but no, you just run into your car and tell your mom. It's like, what is Mama Chu gonna do? You should be more capable of handling this situation. What are you gonna do? Just show him Mama Chu in hopes it scares him off?
To other people telling me shut up, now you have to shut up. Talk. I'm waiting. What do you gotta say? Let me hold the mic to the phone and hear what you gotta say. I'm waiting. All the wonderful, beautiful people are waiting for you to speak. Oh, you can't. You have to shut up. Okay. Cool. How's that for shut up? Don't tell me shut up, because then I'll make you be quiet real quick. I'm broke. But you can't even pay to comment. You have to talk through the You have to talk through usernames. You can't even pay to talk. And you're calling me broke? What? Bro. You can't even pay to subscribe and you're calling me broke talking through the chat. Because of the background. I am not having people trying to pull up somewhere and start honking like crazy. That's why. I didn't get fired for being dirty, but maybe you wouldn't know. It's funny that I got fired for being dirty when that Dunkin' Donuts has a whole bunch of bad reviews, if you look it up. I can't just show my face because you'll see the background, you'll see where I'm at, and people are not dumb. People in Albuquerque know where things are at. I just literally thought I could use like a brick background. All of a sudden people flocked to the library because they knew, like, respect people's boundaries. If people don't want to do things, they don't. Why we want to pay you? No one's asking you to pay me. Don't call someone broke if you can't pay to subscribe. Have I applied to places? No, I applied to your mom. Tell her I'll be over 10 p.m., okay? No, you can't pay because you would have paid to subscribe. Boo. I applied to be your stepmom and your stepdad. I'm just kidding.
Tophiachu might be one of the worst streamers. How are you going to be bragging to somebody that they can't talk and you've just taken their money? That's a good way to build an audience. I know she thinks it's just a troll, but if she did have a fan who saw that, it would instantly like put them off. They wouldn't like that at all. Her and Nova might be the two worst streamers we might have ever came across. It's just a miracle that Tophiachu actually crashes out during her live streams instead of Nova just freaking out about Smokey and Kiwi the entire time. That's not entertaining. What Tophiachu normally gets up to, far more entertaining. And it's like, if your incentive is to get people who don't like you to pay money to chat with you, and wouldn't that put them off from paying money too? If you're just going to take their money, not acknowledge them at all, it's just a lose-lose for you, Tophiachu. You think you're winning, but you're actually losing in this situation. And it's so much more vital for her when she's living out of her car, paycheck to paycheck. She's literally begging for McDoubles in some videos, but she's gonna laugh in someone's face because she's losing money. And when it comes to Tophiachu's background, Tophiachu, we know why you don't show the camera while you're in the car. Like, some of the trolls, yeah, they're super sleuths. They can figure it out. But if you just keep the camera on you and show absolutely nothing of the outside, they wouldn't figure anything out. But it's not about you showing where you're at, because if anyone's driving down Albuquerque and sees a car with hashtag free Diddy on the side of it painted pink, they're going to know that it's you. Like, there's no hiding from that. Brother Chu done you in when he did that. So that's not really an excuse. We know why you won't show us the inside of your car, because it's in an absolute state of despair. I guarantee you hoarders could come through there and make an entire episode out of Brother Chu's car. And what is it with Mama Chu been dead asleep throughout all of Tophiachu's rants anymore? She's never awake. Like, and she's coughing while she's asleep. Like, it's not good. Like, Tophiachu, you definitely need to take your mom back to the hospital, because she was never sleeping this much beforehand till after that visit. Something's wrong there.
So I'm getting more games. So Mario, I don't know if it's Mario Kart, but it's Mario games that I don't have. If it's Mario Kart, I'm a flip. I forget. I have to go back and see what games, but it's games that I don't have. So I have all of these games because of people, except the games that I bought were a little to the left, and Mortal Kombat and GTA. Other than that, I didn't have to buy the other games. I was given games. So thank you, I appreciate. Oh God. I forgot to block that person and they subscribed. What do you gotta say, Space Kitten? Cause say it right now. Because This live is screen recorded, so anything you say will be used against you in the court of law. And I'm not playing either, so speak now, but it's recorded. So whatever you say, I will be using this in court when I take you to court. Mind you, when I had that money to buy the house, I'm gonna have money to buy a lawyer. Get a lawyer. Well, not buy a lawyer, because you can't buy a lawyer to help you win. But yeah, you've ruined my life and made it hell. And then you want to subscribe? Wow. If it isn't Dr. Evil. Whoa. What does he say when he laughs? Huh? You know, don't play stupid, Space Kitten. You're not dumb. Thank you for the gift points. I said when I have the money to. Does it look like I'm rich and have financial stability? When I said I have financial stability, mind you, I want to help support people. I don't want to be successful and other people are going through something. I'm not going to be that type of person that's rich and greedy. And then when the truth comes out, no one's going to apologize. You think I'm just going to let people lie on my name because they're mad about something I said allegedly on? It's not my fault what people called you. Why are you blaming me for other people's mouth? And then you lied on me because you were that mad? Bygones could be bygones, right? I can't even forget or forgive any of that. I went through heck because of that. You of all people should know how bad it was. You wanted me to go through what you went through, which had nothing to do with me. You caused problems for me because of what you went through. That's what freaking pisses me off, is that people called you something you wasn't, and because the way you got treated, you wanted me to get treated like that. I don't understand people being that vindictive and vile to do something like that. I go through things on a daily basis, and all you have to do is say, hey, mental health problems, I'm getting off social media like everybody else. The one girl that drew me, right? The one person that drew me said, oh, I have mental health problems. I didn't like the fact people were comparing me to Danny DeVito and Meatloaf. I'm gonna get offline. Do you think that I have the means to get offline and just literally talk to a therapist? Because talking to a therapist is not going to solve all of the shit I had to go through, which warrants me to make a freaking GoFundMe and raise money for a house, for people to help me buy a house because of how fucked up things are. And I'm pretty sure I have loads of support. But I'm not going to do that because then people are going to say I'm scamming people out of buying a house. So I'd rather just buy it on my own. Maybe it might take a few months. Maybe I might be struggling and still living out of a car, but at least I'll have a house. And when I have a house, that means I'll have money for a lawyer. And my mom says she's actually getting a lawyer for everything, so I didn't even tell her.
And Tophiachu got a brand new set of games. I'm not sure who's sending her these games, but you need to be sending her some job applications, because I understand that Tophiachu is homeless and every now and then it could be entertaining, a break from everything going on, to play a Switch game. I'm not saying that she shouldn't do that, but she doesn't need to be spending all of her time playing games. Like, she needs to be actually doing something with her life. She is in a critical situation. But speaking of video games that Tophiachu is getting, have you guys played the new Mortal Kombat? I can't stand it. It's one of the only games I've ever refunded. I'm a huge fan of the Mortal Kombat series, so I was excited for this one. I was like, okay, the timeline change, I can understand. I'll go with it. I'll try it out. But they just ruined everything. It's like every cool thing about Mortal Kombat, they took it away. I don't know why, but I just cannot stand this new one. It's like we had a reboot not too long ago. Why would they do this again? It just doesn't make any sense to me. But off of my Mortal Kombat rant, after she gets done ranting about games, she accidentally lets one of her big time trolls into her chat. And this was something Tophiachu didn't like. At first, I thought she was joking when she was like, anything you say can be used in court. But then Tophiachu's like, no, and listen, I'm not playing, I really mean it. And then goes on to say, when I get my house, I'm going to have enough money for a lawyer. So then you're going to be in trouble. So say what you want right now. I'm just waiting for you to say the right thing. Then you've completely fell into my trap. So just keep on talking. And it's like, Tophiachu, What a threat. You've been homeless for almost a year now. You've shown no signs of getting a home. In fact, it seems like you're in a far worse position than you was at least 3 months ago. You was making more money then. So now when you tell her that you're going to get a lawyer when you get the house, she may as well say what she wants. She's got free reign. Even if you fully plan on taking this person to court, they're not going to go anytime soon. You probably won't even care by the time you get some money. We all know how much Tophiachu hates doing things. As soon as the lawyer's like, listen, you're going to have to sign this paper, and this paper, and you're going to have to call this person, Tophiachu's going to be like, whoa, that's far too much work. I'm not suing anybody. I'm not taking anybody to court. You know what? I don't care what she says. I'm making money. I got a house now. I'm just going to go sit and laze around until I'm homeless again. Forget about a lawyer. I'll talk to you later. I got a Comic-Con to go visit.
I didn't offer $100. It's screen recorded. And literally, if you know how to use your words correctly, I said, once I'm financially stable. If I'm living out of a car, does that mean I'm financially stable? Stop. Because it's screen recorded. You're dumb. This stuff is screen recorded and saved to my backup YouTube. You can't lie. Nice try. Good one. Like, it is so crazy. Every single person literally gets to run after they talk shit about me on the internet and get off. One person turned on me for some money for a brand new car because people was cash apping them. What? All because they were attacking you because of me. And I said, I'm sorry that happened. And I felt bad that you were getting attacked and not getting help for your car. So I stayed off your live stream because this girl, right, said, well, I need to get money for my car. So can you, like, at least not join my live streams, you know? Anyways, back to what I was talking about since I was so rudely interrupted. So this girl, I was like, okay, I'll just stay out of the lives. I won't join in the box until you get your money. People started donating this girl, right? Because they lied that and I think it was that dude that keeps saying he wants to beat me in the street, the one that can't shut his mouth and screams. He was screaming at lunchtime and was screaming at 3 p.m. This dude got banned off of live stream until Thanksgiving. Went on Instagram and started screaming about me, and someone sent me the live stream. Like, how are you gonna be yelling at lunchtime? And he was probably live before that because I scrolled into his live and he started going off on me, and it was an accident. And then starts yelling at his phone at 3 or 4 p.m. on Instagram, where I went into the Instagram and I went at him. I told him off. I joined the box and I did say something. He talks about, oh, if I catch you in the streets. If you catch me in the streets, then what? They weren't giving you money because they cared about you and wanted you to have a brand new car. I literally saw what was going on in the Discord around that time. They had that live stream where they had Jabba the Hutt next to me. Those people did not like you. And if you think you were adding people to the box to talk about me and to bash me and be bullies, it's so crazy that you listen to somebody who I personally know in real life, which this life is not about, to cry to you and be a big baby, and you listen to them because they're a compulsive liar. Wow. And their own family members don't even like them. It's nice to see you. I hope you got your car. You know, it's real crazy how everyone just loves to come back. You really didn't hear what people said about your child in that Discord, because if you would, I wouldn't be defending any of these people. Those people really didn't like you in the live stream. They were using your live stream for views, okay? Yeah. And I was literally saying people shouldn't be talking about Kay's child on the live.
So let's all remember, one of Tophiachu's favorite thing to tell the trolls is that she never gets into anything. It's always people coming into her business making it a huge drama. But here's Tophiachu literally saying on 2 occasions where she was just stirring drama. She was in a person's live chat who was trying to get donations, and because she was there, people were just refusing to donate to this other creator. What a power that you have so much negative attention surrounding you by being friends with somebody or just trying to do a simple nice gesture by trying to motivate people to give someone else money. You are causing them to lose money. That's a weird situation to find yourself in. But after that, you're scrolling through TikTok, seeing a dude who's just talking about you, which is good for your mental health, Tophiachu. This is definitely what you need to do instead of getting a job. Scrolling until you find posts talking about you. You then jump in there and start arguing with this guy. You've basically just proven to us in the past 2 sentences that you will jump into any drama that you see. This is why so many people come at you. It's not because of them. It's because of you. If you would just leave half of these people alone, you would avoid so much drama. I mean, the other half you can't help because people will just genuinely talk about you. But let's be for real, you could avoid most of it.
That day they held that live stream about me, it was bad. And they literally said they were going to request refunds from her because she was not talking about me, and they said that they want refunds back. These people did not give a shit that she needed a car for her husband to get to work. I don't know why people just allow these people to use their platforms for views. They use her platform for views, and then they wanted nothing to do with her. They said, oh, we only know of them. They even brought up Bunny because they said we only know of Bunny because of Tophia, or otherwise we wouldn't know of these people. They're irrelevant. The only person who's relevant is Tophia. They got clout off of her. That's what they literally said about these people in the Discord. What are some good fat? Wow, we just got Raising Cane's. I like Raising Cane's. Slim Chickens is a good place if you like fried chicken. Slim Chickens. Blake's Lotta Burger has some good burgers. But we have like McDonald's, Jack in a Box, Whataburger. Whataburger, I like their patty melts. But yeah, there's some good places. I have online friends. What do you mean, meanwhile, I never had friends? I don't have to have friends in real life to be validated. And everywhere I go, I'm welcomed. So technically, I do have friends. You're just mad. I hung out with someone in real life. Well, I hang out every weekend with people. I go to car meets and stuff every weekend. Every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Every single weekend I'm doing something. You saw my motel room? Yeah, you know, because I didn't have time to clean it. I didn't go back to clean my motel room, so why are you telling me? That was stuff my brother left behind. Well, you have to understand something. There's a difference from a motel room. The difference from a motel room than a rented mansion. You're renting a mansion that, mind you, if anything gets damaged, you have to pay those damages. And damages in a mansion are way more expensive than damages in a motel room. And if you're talking about all those damages the maid tried to say we did, those damages were already there. The hole in the floor was already there. The damages that she tried to put on us, besides the stuff we left behind, that literally has nothing to do with us. And then when I had mentioned about Squid's place, or someone mentioned about Squid's place being cluttered, all of a sudden she wants to say it's not cluttered, it's knick-knack stuff. But when people clock Squid and say that Squid, that literally Squid's house looks trashed, all of a sudden she has an excuse for why her house looks trashed. I never said my brother's friends are mine. Duh. I'm not talking about those people. And those people actually really like me, so I don't have friends, stop lying. Okay, whatever you say, pal. I mean, you're probably gonna stay on a Friday night, and that's okay. I'm the type of person where I like going out sometimes, but I like staying in sometimes, so I don't follow him around. I mean, this is kind of the car we live in, but once I start driving it, you know, I'm welcome to go anywhere I want. People can't stop me. You see the difference between me and certain people is that they're not welcome. That's why they don't get out or do anything. Like,
I'm not sure who has a worse memory, Cyraxx or Tophiachu, because I know it was just a couple of days ago that Tophiachu was ranting to Brother Chu's girlfriend, telling her about how many friends she has, and that she has so many more friends than Brother Chu's girlfriend, and that she's just a poser on the drift scene. She just comes around to make people believe that she's got friends. And here Tophiachu is just a few days later, when she's not raging out about a situation, and she's like, okay, well, I don't have any friends, but those people at the drift races, they're really my friends, guys. I swear on everything. I don't have their numbers. I don't know their last names, but I did just post a video with one of them on TikTok. They wanted some of my TikTok fame, guys. That's friendship if I've ever seen it. She then looks over at Mama Chu, her one and only friend who's just passed out. I'm like, oh man, I really don't have any friends. So she has to be like, you're right. But when I'm raging, guys, you have to pretend that I have friends, okay?
oh, someone's mad because people actually like me. It's like, why are you so mad that I'm not isolated? That's crazy. If I want to go out and enjoy my time, mind you, I'm going to have a really nice car. This one's going to be the car that I have to drive around because it's a famous car. It's going to have to be driven around. But when I do get my car fixed up, yeah, that's going to be a weekender car along with the daily driven car that I drive on a daily basis. So I'm going to have two. But the thing is I'm welcome and I could go anywhere I want. You can't. You know, like, why does it bother you that I enjoy my life? I don't have to be miserable and upset that I'm living out of a car. No, they don't tolerate because actually they are really nice people. Someone. I know the difference between people tolerating somebody and people liking someone. Hello? Duh. You're just mad because you're not liked. And that's something that you have to deal with. I wouldn't be bothered. See, here's the thing. I'm not bothered by people whether or not they have friends. If you have friends in real life, great. Why would that bother me if you have friends or not? That's weird. Imagine being so obsessed over someone having friends. Why should it matter if someone has friends or not? Excuse me. What do you mean I don't have a social life? I get out and talk to people. I don't sit in the car the whole time. What do you mean? I know that. But going out to eat, having conversations, like maybe go over to their house and hang out. Like we don't have to spend money. But for me, I just want to keep to myself. That's all. The only people I might meet are those that I've been close to online, who are not trolls and who understand my situation. Like, I don't want friends, and that's fine. When I focus on myself, because I need to get financial stability, you know, have my own car, be driving, doing all of that. How can I prove my dad didn't pass when I would know I'm his daughter? Like, are you dumb? I am not talking about that because I am not putting that energy out there. Thank you.
That last segment is rough. Tophiachu is over there just thinking about herself. Like, listen, I'm not going to put that energy out there about my dad. while her mom just let out one of the worst coughs I have ever heard in my life, and she's just cool with it. She doesn't even bat an eye. Her voice doesn't change. She doesn't look over and say, hey, are you good? She's just like, this is normal. I don't care what's going on with Mama Chew. I'm actually far more concerned that people were trying to hate on me about Papa Chew, and I don't care about him either. I just wish people would leave me alone so I could relax in this car, chill out for a little bit. Mama Chew's actually sleeping. And it just goes to remind you of how little Tophiachu is willing to put in the effort in life when she's got such a bad thing going on around her. Like, look at her mom. She can't even sleep anymore without coughing her head off. Like, she needs to be in a place well ventilated, like not living in a car breathing in all of your guys' fumes. That's not good for her. But is Tophiachu gonna change anything? Well, you guys know the answer to that because we'll probably be seeing her next week. But I guess that's enough for me today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, follow the socials down below, and I'll catch you guys next time.